What does ukulele mean? Floating word means the word with my hands plus or the auxiliary word. However, those who have seen ukulele may feel that the scenes in the paintings are mostly the happy life of the idol bride. Yes, the so-called ukulele is a painting that depicts the happy scenes of the people's lives at the time. The work of Gaswan struggles the Packers, the gorgeous posture of idle woman, the beginnings of ukiyo-e, although it was not clear in the form ukiyo-e was first appeared. Before the idol painting painters painting directly on people or shook. This is painting is character me and the paintings in Japan, which is also the autograph of Chinese. Most of the ukiyo-e paintings of the time were owned by the nobility of the warrior class, and the public did not have the opportunities to witness. However, in the idol plate, the Danes increased their economic power and wealth, countries the wined prince among the populates a large number of books with illustration. In the book are the ukiyo-e of woody black prince. The woodlucky prince. The general public can also see illustration of the same pattern since then. The most popular illustration have been made into the paintings. 本在 Mongols is a guide book of Kasugite, how the Kusais pinning of disciples and its skies of the disciples to copies. The canter is archstaff includes live animals and insects. In the idol's place about 4,000 satyrs. It is said that it took years for the full time to polish a few things for years. Publication mentioned cover the black print. The publications of ukiyo-e research is made by a variety of craftsmen in the process of making ukiyo-e as the first pins are side by side, joining them woodcutters and finally. Next, use several pieces of wood to make different colors of the wood. The wood used at this time is cherry tree. The bark of the cherry trees is very hard, and the finales can be carved on the hard bark. So the cherry trees were used at the time. Then was these different colors versus one colors and one colors pindators is both. of peoples, and finally applications is completed instantly. The word burden required for making a ukiyo-e pictures is usually about 5 to 6 pieces. However, in the works of
The ukiyo-e era of the Edo period has various scenes, but the most important thing is the general public's life scenes and customs. Explained in modern words, it is the most representative of the famous activities of visual planning, landscape planning, and strenuous planning in the Italian magazine. The actor planning and the beautiful planning both play an advertising role at the time. So what is the representative of the ukiyo-e planner in the Edo period? The first is Katsushika Hakusai. All Japanese people have seen his plannings. Secondly, it is famous of its Edo hunter scenes. This is the landscape planning Kaifuji of Katsushika Hokusai. The red color of Kaifuji is planned by the planner. The red Fuji depicted by Hokusai was not so red. Japan's ukiyo-e can be seen everywhere in the world. In Japan, there is Ukiyo-e and Ota Memorial Art Museum in Shibuya-ku, Tokyo. It is also Otaku House in Jinbo-cho, Kyoto-ku, Tokyo, and the Japan Ukiyo-e Museum in Matsumoto-shi, Nagano Prefecture, Funabashi City, Chiba Prefecture, Funabashi, West Library, and so on. Overseas, the Boston Museum of the Art, the American Museum of Asian Art in Paris, the Brooklyn Museum of Art in New York, and the V&A in London also house ukiyo-e. Thanks for watching.